My name is Abby Samuels, and I am the Speaker of the Senate for today. Model Senate offers the opportunity for 105 young Canadian students to come to Ottawa and to essentially go through a mock Senate experience. We will go through drafts of bills, we'll go through debates, we'll sit in committee, we'll meet actual senators, go through essentially the full experience of what it would be like to pass a bill through the Senate. Understanding how your country runs and understanding how decisions are made is so important. Is it the pleasure of the Senate to adopt the motion? Yes. So being the Speaker of the Senate, on top of the diplomatic duties that are involved with representing Canada or representing the Senate abroad, it's to ensure democracy and to ensure decorum within the Senate as proceedings go along. Starting with tabling reports from committees.
My name is Mary Lou McPhedran, and I'm an independent senator from Manitoba, where I was born and raised. The Senate, when there is no Parliament sitting, is not always a busy place, but it is buzzing today. We have young leaders from across Canada who are here, and they are senators today and tomorrow. And I am about to become a witness in a Senate committee, and I'm very nervous. The Senate is actually known, and I think justifiably so, for the kind of study and attention and perhaps in going into issues that come before us. Of course, we're two houses of Parliament, a bicameral Parliament, and nothing becomes law in Canada unless both houses, the Senate and the House of Commons, adopt exactly the same bill. Our democracy is not in the greatest shape it could be. And one of the big issues is a sense of disconnection among younger generations from what is happening here on Parliament Hill.
Heavily questioned in mining, for example,
which I will present at the third reading of this bill. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. So my name is Pasan Karagala. I'm playing the role as the committee chair for Ocean and Fisheries Committee. So we are doing a model bill on revitalizing the seal hunting in Canada. So today what happened in the meeting was we were discussing all that environmental, indigenous side of it, the economic side of it, the effects of this. We had a couple of amendments and we had a good spirited debate, and we came to conclusions and we added 2 clauses to the bill.
My name's Kim Pate. I'm a senator from here. I live on the shores of the Kitchissippi in the unceded, unsurrendered and unreturned territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe, otherwise known as Ottawa. Well, I mean, many people will say, why should we even have a Senate? And I think those are really good questions. If you don't have any idea what the Senate does, you might not have any appreciation for its value. And I think, conversely, as senators, we should be being questioned about the work we do and ensuring that we are good value for taxpayer dollars in the work that we're doing. These are young people from all across the country who are coming and contributing and debating legislation, going into committees, and really modeling what we do every day when we're sitting in the Senate. So I'm hoping we'll have some really excellent discussion about various issues, legislation, some of the work that we've done in committees, as well as work they think we should be doing.
My name is Emily, and I'm the sponsor of the bill concerning regulation about cannabis law. The bill was created from my research and my proposition, and I was here today to present the bill in front of a lot of my fellow senators.
Bill S-393 addresses these injustices. It affirms the right of Indigenous communities to self-govern and gives them the right to issue licenses, enforce regulations, and manage revenues from cannabis sales on their own terms.
My name is Sarj Shakdai. I'm a model senator, and I'll be speaking on the Cannabis Act. I've learned so much about how does the Senate operate, what the goals of the Senate are, what do senators do in their day-to-day lives, how do we debate a bill, how do we make amendments to a bill, and really got to get a thorough understanding of how a bill makes it through the upper chambers. It's also quite empowering, right, to see my peers and people my own age sitting in these chambers that may well go on to be the future leaders of this country. And at first, I feel like we're just a bunch of kids playing in costumes. By the end of the day, I really felt like I had much more respect for them, and I saw them all in a different light. It's given me the ability to believe that there are people like myself, like, somebody just coming from a small town like Maple, Ontario can come to Ottawa and be a part of this process and, maybe make a change.
My name is Krista Ross. I'm a senator from New Brunswick, and I've been in the Senate since October 31st of 2023. One of the things that I think is so valuable about the Senate of Canada is the fact that we are, for the most part, nonpartisan. So this isn't just a numbers game. Senators study and research and learn a lot about the issues at hand. They determine what is good for their province, their region, for underrepresented groups, and for the country as a whole. And so the diversity of the Senate and the lenses that we're all able to bring to the work that we do, I think is something that Canadians might not be aware of. This is our 5th year of having Model Senate here, and it's a wonderful experience for students from coast to coast to coast to come and participate in a form of civic engagement and education. And this year, in the federal election, there were more former Hill staffers running to become members of Parliament than ever before. So I think that learning about Parliament, learning about our parliamentary system, learning about the Senate could perhaps spark some interest in the future.
Just being in the same room where actual senators are debating, and this is where the Canada is built in a way, so it's just an amazing process.
My name is Daniel Thorpe, and my role today was I was speaking in the 3rd reading of the bill. I based my speech off of some of the deliberations I heard in committee, as well as what was discussed earlier in the day.
And for that reason, I cannot support the bill in its current form. Thank you very much.
I think this is a very good simulation of what's actually happening. We're using kind of real political issues. I think it's important for young people to be politically engaged in general and to understand the processes for bringing forward change.
I think it's so incredibly important to have these experiences, and especially to have these experiences experienced by a variety of people. I really do see the mosaic that is Canada represented in that room.